Check out these reactions to "Do you ever tweak a finished Gunpla?" So you show it off for a bit, then decide the colors are off and repaint it, but no changing poses or weapons, right?
I just get another one, honestly.
I made this a while back, and I'd use it to practice adding more details.
I do use extra gear.
With my skills, I'm too nervous to pull that off.
I'd either go for an anime-style painting or really tweak the weapons.
Didn't someone say they kept remaking that same model, like in Plamo Kyoshiro?
I built a model with glue, sanded it, primed, and painted it, but 6 months later, the glue marks shrank and the seams really stood out.
I once did some marker painting on a random SD or BB Senshi I made just to show off.
I always end up regretting it.
I tweak BB Senshi to highlight style.
Once I'm done showing it off, I don't change it anymore.
Ages ago, I painted a PG Gundam and PG Zaku with a brush, no surface treatment. Now that my skills have improved, I can't stand how rough they look, so I took them apart and repainted the frame.
I usually airbrush with lacquer, but if I want to switch it up, I just paint over it with Citadel or Acrylon.
I did that with the EG Strike.
G Reco Gunpla don't get reissued, so I'm worried about messing up the mods or paint. I just display them at the entrance as they are.
I sometimes mix parts from different kits.
I touch up the spots where the paint chipped off.
With other plastic models, I sometimes touch up the paint if the partial painting bugs me, but with Gunpla, I don't really do that.
I sometimes tweak a standard model to make it unique.
It's mostly small tweaks, but if the joints break, I go all out with major changes.
I usually stick to straight builds with some painting and panel lining.
I have a friend who doesn't build but loves to criticize other people's Gunpla, and it's super annoying.
So when you're making a kit with parts from another one, taking apart the original to add new pieces is a bit different, right?
I want to repaint a garage kit I made with a brush over 10 years ago, but I'm too scared to go for it.
Removing paint is a hassle, and painting over it makes it tough to guess the color tone.
I do a bit of painting and notice the color separation is off when I look back at the anime or concept art.
That clumsy work back then is a memory on its own.
I saw some paint peeling, so I decided to touch it up. I painted a bit and tried to dry it quickly by the stove since it was winter, but when I looked back, it had warped.
Back in the day, you could get assembled kits for 500 yen without any gate cleanup, and you could take them apart and rebuild them. Now, even simple builds without boxes are crazy expensive.
Next up, here's what people are saying about the MG Gundam GP02 being well made.
The MG was just awful. It felt like it was only there to boost the Dom.
It's all Atelier Sai's fault.
Bandai said that back then, but honestly, I just don't see how it was a stepping stone at all.
It was a game changer for heavy mobile suits.
If they put out something totally different from this art, then sure.
It was created as a benchmark for heavy MS before the Dom was released.
That first one was the super heavy GP02 with those shoulder binders, unless...
GP02 got an MG because they decided on the MG for GP01 first.
I really wish they'd drop a 1.5 version like the Dom.
It probably won't work unless it's version 2.0.
The only good kit is the HGUC for the GP02.
A lot of people trash the MG GP, but I don't really mind it.
Style is subjective, but that weak shoulder-to-arm connection and those fingers that can't even hold the shield, just wow.
Why did they use a ball joint for the shoulder to upper arm connection?
Why does it feel weird in 3D?
BB's great.
The original SD was really well done too.
I guess the 002 is pretty easy to turn into an SD.
It has a lot of unique elements.
Max Factory is still a dream build for me.
This is what everyone wanted.
When's the RG GP02A dropping?
Next up is 03, then RG Dendrobium.
Dendro just got reissued, so it'll probably be a while before we see it again.
Wow, it's been 12 years since the RG GP01 dropped.
MG feels like a cycle. Make it thicker, it looks shorter, then you have to stretch it to balance. In the end, it just ends up huge and out of scale.
They tried to fix a bad balance by balancing it out, but ironically, it just made things worse.
Come on, just drop it as a metal build already.
It's just unacceptable that MG doesn't have flexible thruster binder movement.
There was a site showing a brand new overseas version. It's cool, but you can't get it on Amazon.
The Dom was amazing. I think this one moved pretty well for its time.
The old kit from the 0083 era was legendary, but not in a good way. Nothing else could compare to its flaws.
I knew the old 0083 kits had a bad rep, but they actually tried to stand out by releasing a high-quality F91 kit at the same time and just watched how customers reacted, right?
It's like a lighter version of Unit 2.
It's tough to balance GP02's design right from the start.
I just wasn't a fan of the tall silhouette.
People always say it's different from the art, but turning 2D art into 3D is way tougher than you think.
The full body image with the shield isn't in the box side photos at all.
I remember hooking the bottom edge on the toe to lean the shield against my hand.
Looking at it now, the upper body is small and the legs are long, giving it that modern A-type proportion, right?
The upper arms and thighs are too long. Shortening them would really improve the look.
I tweaked it during the GP02 test assembly and tried to completely remake it, but it's just been sitting for 20 years now.
The old Garbera Tetra and GP03 are solid, so GP02 really feels like a letdown.
Most people don't know you can create the perfect proportions you want by building from scratch based on this.
The shoulder and upper arm connection usually stays put unless you really force the shield.
They played it too safe with the chubby body type in the setting art.
No, my Gundam!
I wish they'd remake it as MG Ver 2.0 or in the Re 100 line.
Other than the shoulder binders and below the knees, it's got the usual Gundam proportions.
You can't pose it with the shield and bazooka while the binders are moving and display it on a stand.
I remember the BB Senshi GP01 and GP02 were really well made.
Hey, doesn't that look different from the picture?
Even if Katoki did the art, the designer's styles changed the 3D balance.
Can't wait for Verkatoki.
There's this perfect mold from China called Solomon something.
Is that SD in the middle, the BB Senshi one? It's really cool, right?
Come on, just give us MGGP Series 2.0 Verka or RE100 already.
At this 1/100 release pace, it's unlikely we'll see GP02, and even if we do, it probably won't stick around.
You lose your arms when you try to hold the bazooka.
I actually don't mind the head sculpt too much.
When I think of GP02, I picture big feet, and the BB definitely fits that vibe too.
I didn't watch Zowort 3 back then, so I was just happy with the volume.
They say a figure's life is in its face, but this one's face is,
Can't wait for Ver 2.0.
Honestly, the pictures don't look too bad to me.
The old kit's slouchy, businessman-like shoulders are surprisingly cute.
Swapping the lower legs for GP01, not FB or GP Acidity S, would probably fit better.
Katoki's artwork tried to match it with GP's 01, but it threw off the balance.
There were a lot of misses with the big MG kits back then.
Back when I made it, I confidently glued the left hand and shield grip together.
Back then, even 160 kits were around 3,000 yen, so jumping straight to a 4,000 yen Dom was a pretty bold move.
I remember at a Garage Kit event, there was a sculptor selling a GP02 head that everyone was talking about.
The HTUC's ABS Super Tight LOL really stirred up some debate.
I really love GP02, it's definitely my favorite MS.
The HG has a better overall silhouette balance.
I don't have it and probably never will, so it's a mystery for good.
I got it after watching the OVA in middle school. It was a bit different, but buying it with my allowance made me really happy back then.
The Zowort 3 series just won't get an MG 2.0.
It's not just the body shape, the face looks weird too. Isn't it kind of long?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.